I'm going to go over a few more scientists that are important. J.J. Thomson is one that is, he had an experiment called the cathode ray tube. So he had a tube and it had some discs on the end. And basically he ran electricity, this is just a symbol for electricity, through it. It wasn't a vacuum, so there was no air, it was vacuum. But so what he noticed is once he started blowing the electrons through, one end of it started to glow. Okay, so he passed a current through it. One disc glowed. So that had to mean that there was a stream of particles going through here that we could not see. So he found the charge of an electron with his experiment. Millikan, Robert Millikan, took this a little bit further, so he still worked with the cathode ray tube. But he took his experiment a little further and found the mass of the electron. Then this is probably the most famous experiment that you will hear about in chemistry or physics. And it's called Rutherford's gold foil experiment. Okay, so basically what he did, he had a sheet of gold foil, he set up a screen around it, and he had this little box that contained alpha particles. Alpha particles have a positive charge. So he shot alpha particles at this gold foil. Most of the time, nothing happened, but 1 in 8,000 tries, the particles deflected and hit around on the screen. So what he gathered from that, because most of the time nothing happened, the atom is mostly empty space. So that was one thing he said. And then he said there's a nucleus that is small, dense, and positively charged. Because 1 in 8,000 tries it did hit something that was a positive charge and it made it bounce back. So it deflected away from that positive charge. Okay. So Thomson, cathode ray tube, he passed the current through it, found the charge of an electron. Millikan found the mass of an electron. He did work some with the cathode ray tube as well. And then Rutherford's gold foil experiment, one of the most famous experiments in chemistry and physics, shot alpha particles, which have a positive charge, at a piece of gold foil. 1 in 8,000 tries, they deflected. Because remember, positives and positives repel. So he concluded that the atom was mostly empty space, and the nucleus is a small, dense, positively charged area.